Hello and welcome to those endless mysteries. Today we'll be looking into two different Bigfoot encounters from North Carolina. But before we get started on that, let me remind everyone that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I will be posting new sighting reports. So let's get on into this one then. This sighting comes out of Burke County, North Carolina, from September the 21st of 2020. Now I'd went fishing the other day, and I was on Lake James in Burke County when I ran into a very nice couple on their kayaks. We got talking and one thing led to another, with me telling them what I do as far as cryptids and the research and all. Then they said that they had a sighting that they wanted to share with me. The witness stated that it was on September the 21st, 2020, when they were out fishing on Lake James. It was around midnight when they said that a loud, high-pitched scream-like sound rung out from the woods. This sound was just so loud and it lasted for 5 to 6 seconds, with the pitch sounding to change slightly throughout it, saying that they had never heard anything like it before, stating that they had been coming to the lake fishing and camping for more than 20 years now, and that they had never heard anything like they did that night in September, saying that it gave them the chills, with them still talking about the scream that they had heard a few days ago. The witness says that the next thing that happened was that they heard a loud splash, not a splash of a large fish or a limb falling off of a tree, but a splash that was made by something very heavy, like a large rock or something, saying that it had a kaplunk to the splash, and that they could see the large ripples from whatever had made the splash. At this time, the witness says that they didn't know what was going on, thinking that they might be some kids or something was messing with them. Then they said that they started hearing some loud stick breaks and leaves rustling as if something was moving closer to the lake. Now, at this time, one of the witnesses took out a spotlight, with him scanning the bank of the lake. Then, with another loud twig break sounding out, he focused the spotlight in that direction, saying that what he saw next didn't only surprise him, it changed their lives, they said. It was a very large animal, standing well over 7 foot, the witness says. He says that he hunts a lot, anything from deer, bear, and even turkeys. So he says that he judges bear weight on how big and muscular they look. So he says, if you had to guess on this creature's weight, he would put it around 650 to 800 pounds, just going by what he saw that night. Saying as this light hit this creature, it had some truly spooky eye shine. So now with its eyes shining back at them, with both of them seeing this creature in the light, with them next saying that this creature had dark brown hair with a reddish tint to it in the light, with it being massive in its upper body. They think that this creature was at least 3 to 3.5 foot thick, while being just a little wider through its shoulders. While this creature looked to be that thick, the witness says that it didn't look fat or anything like that. It was very muscular looking. So this creature does sound massive to me, with the witness next saying that it was walking with a slight hunch to it, which made its arms look as if they were slightly hanging below its knees. But the arms did move back and forth as this creature walked, just as most humans' arms move as they walk. Now its head was sitting on this creature's shoulders. It did seem to have a neck, the witness said, but it wasn't much of one, and didn't lift the head much off of its shoulders, maybe a half to an inch. Not much of a neck at all, said the witness. It was in their light for maybe 8 to 10 seconds, says the witness. This creature did have hands, they said, with the hair seeming to stop before its fingers. Its hands were hard to see. They were very dark in color and kind of blended into the background. Now they said that they have never told anyone about this sighting, with them saying that they had never met a researcher into cryptids either, so they were glad that they had met me, and that they was able to finally talk to someone about this sighting. You never know what kind of information you might come by doing this. I get a lot of sighting reports this way, just by saying that I investigate cryptids or I research the paranormal. It sometimes opens people up and they realize that here is someone that is going to listen to their story and not call anyone crazy or laugh at them. As I travel around to different counties and states, I find myself getting a lot of sighting reports, mainly because I love what I do and have been proud to study and try to find these creatures. So if anyone out there would like to tell me their stories, drop me a comment down below and I'll try to get back with you as soon as possible. Also, hit that like button. It truly helps our channel out. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. Now moving on, this encounter comes from Avery County, North Carolina. It's from the Linville Falls area. From June the 15th of 2010. Now the witness says that him and his family were sleeping in their pop-up camper at the Linville Trailer Lodge and Campground in Linville, North Carolina, when he was awakened by some strange noises. These sounds that he was hearing was whoops that was loud and close sounding, saying that it was 2 a.m. when he was awakened by some kind of animal, with the whooping sounds coming from the southeast of their campsite, saying that this creature would let out 4 short whoops, followed by 1 double whoop, with him listening to this for a few minutes. Then he says that he heard a reply to the first creature, which came from the northwest, with it giving 3 short whoops, followed by 1 double whoop. After listening to this creature, he says that another creature sounded off. It also came from the northwest of camp, with this one only giving 2 short whoops, followed by 1 double whoop. Now he says that after a few minutes of listening to these 2 creatures in the northwest, he says that they were heading towards the northeast as the calls continued. Now I just want to throw something out here. Could the first creature had been calling out for the other 2, letting them know that he was heading northeast, and for his or her family, or whatever for that matter, to meet up there? Or some kind of hunting party even, just wanting to re-up with each other. Sounds like very smart animals, if they do communicate this way. So now the witness says that on June the 17th, they were about to get ready for bed, saying that it was 9:30 that evening when the same calls started back up, as he thinks that it was the second 2 creatures from the first night, which he says that they sounded much further away this time. Now he says that his 8-year-old daughter also heard these whoops that night, and that he heard her say to herself what kind of animal could be making those noises. He says that at the time he didn't say anything to her, that he didn't want to maybe scare her any more than she already seemed to be. Now he says as soon as they got home that he got onto the internet and played the whoops and knocks from the Sierra Nevada mountains, saying that he's sure that this was the calls he heard. Then his 8-year-old daughter came running from her room, saying that's it. That's what we heard at the campground. Then he says that he explained to her what he thinks they heard that night. I know it's hard to picture an animal or creature that might just be as smart as humans in their own way. They know how to survive in places that we humans would struggle in. At least that is how it comes off to me sometimes. I mean, they couldn't live in the city either. We have technology and are smarter than them in that way. But living out in the deep forest as they do, they know that we are out there before we ever get close to them. They just blend in with their surroundings. So I hope you all have liked this video. So hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. Now, if you have the time, jump on over to teesprings.com/stores/those-endless-mysteries, where you can find some t-shirts and other items. So until then, have a great day, and thanks for watching those endless mysteries.